This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third-generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit PollyEyesGrinnellIA.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 5th Avenue, Grinnell.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third-generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit PollyEyesGrinnellIA.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We are your trusted partner in everything signage.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Pauly Ice Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance, the Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars, ASI Signs. Also a special shout out to our business card sponsors, Firestone, Grinnell Firestone, Turnkey Realty, and Mayflower Community Homes. Also to Kurt's Collision Center for sponsoring our scoreboard this year. Tonight we're doing a little bit of trial and error. I'm going to throw it out to John Martinson and Chris Juni for our play-by-play and color. Gentlemen, you have the field.
You are looking live at Grinnell High School at the new gymnasium for the start of Winter Sports 2022-23 with Chris Juni back together again. As the old song goes, I'm John Martinson, and if you're watching Grinnell Tiger Girls Basketball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. First of a number of high school activities we'll have on the for the winter sports season. Girls basketball tonight is the Grinnell Tigers and the Vinton-Shellsburg Vikettes from the WAMAC Conference West Division. Two teams that had successful seasons a year ago. They were one step shy of the Wells Fargo Arena in the Girls State Basketball Tournament. JV game is currently in progress. Vinton-Shellsburg with a narrow lead. It was about a 10-point lead at one time. Grinnell has got it down to a 3-point margin with about 6.5 minutes left to go in the JV game. It's 36-33 in favor of the Vikettes. Chris, good to be back with you again tonight.
Yeah, it's good to be back on the air with you, John, and excited about the upcoming basketball season. My favorite sport. I think people who know me know that. I've coached it, I've played it, I've refereed it, I've done a lot of research on it, so looking forward to a great season, bringing Tiger Sports basketball, girls and boys, out to the people here of Grinnell and on the internet around the world, hopefully. So
that's right. Wherever you're watching on God's green earth, we've got it for you. And if you can watch it as it's happening, or you can also catch it online as well and download to your heart's content, as I tell my friends. So there you go.
One thing that's new, you mentioned it's a new season. A lot of new things coming this year. Well, not really a new thing, but it's kind of news that if you don't know by now, this is the last year the Grinnell Tigers will be in the Little Hawkeye Conference. Next year they will join Vinton-Shellsburg and a host of other schools in the WAMAC conferences. Schools like South Tama, Independence, Marion, Western Dubuque,
Benton Community,
Clear Creek, Amana, Williamsburg, all those other schools. We will be joining that conference next year. So a little preview taste of this. And as John said, both these teams coming off pretty successful terms. One game away from state last year for both teams. And Vinton-Shellsburg pretty much has everybody back, which we'll get to here in a little bit. Grinnell, however, returning some experience, but did lose quite a few as well. And we'll see how that folds out as the season comes away. The other new thing, John, we got to talk about here for the varsity games, both boys and girls in high schools, Iowa did adopt a 35-second shot clock. For those of you that have watched college and pro sports, you know about the shot clock. And it's 35 seconds in high school. We'll explain that more as it comes up. But basically what it means is the offensive team, once they secure possession of the ball, then they have 35 seconds to get a shot off. So if there's not, then it's a violation, it's a turnover, goes to the other team. And again, as those things pop up, we'll explain to the people more and talk about more rules as we go along here. But yeah, looking forward to a great game tonight and getting things started on a brand new basketball season.
That's a good way for us to kind of knock the rust off, if you will, and get our feet on the ground for the Tiger Sports live stream network of 2022-2023. As we'll come back with more pregame. As, again, the girls' JV game is still in progress right now on the floor with just a 2-point Vinton-Shellsburg lead, and we're now looking to take the lead on this possession. But we'll come back with more pregame on the Tiger Sports live stream network, Grinnell Tiger girls basketball.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Pollyi's Pizza and West Finch Auto Plaza.
Grinnell Tiger girls basketball on the Tiger Sports live stream network. With Chris Juni, I'm John Martinson. As we get set for tonight's action between the Tigers and Vikettes, this is the achievement scrimmage. It is noted in Varsity Bound, or Hall of Fame game. I've heard it mentioned as well. So what a good for these teams to get an extra game in, if you will. I mean, it's not going to count in the win-loss record, but still it will be a good way to knock the rust off for everybody, basically.
Right, and I can tell you, John, from having coached, even though you have a new team like Grinnell does pretty much, or even an experienced team coming back like Vinton-Shellsburg does, as a coach, you've had practices, you've had scrimmages, and you still do not know what's going to happen when you get to the first official game, and kind of put in by the a chance for teams to get out, play under game close to game-like conditions as they can. The officials, the stands, broadcasters lurking about, wherever the case may be, and give the players a chance to finally get the sense and flow. So I know I have not heard ever one coach who will ever shy away from another extra game. They'll take it because that's where you learn the most is actually in games. And when they film them, they go into practice the next day and they watch the film. Players can learn a lot more by those things than say constantly in practice. So good thing for everybody around, and excited and happy the girls union puts this on.
Well, of course, Tigers did have a jamboree here on Monday, lost to Urbandale in just 2 quarters of play, so about a 7 to 9 point margin if I'm not mistaken, but nonetheless, Tigers getting some good tune-ups here leading up to their first game that counts on the win-loss column. That's on Tuesday at Des Moines Christian.
Yeah, and they jump out of the gate right away. Des Moines Christian, a solid team of their own right, going to be very athletic and very good. They're also very tall. That's one thing the Tigers don't have is a lot of height. They do have a freshman dressing, a 6-foot freshman, Isabel Kinkel. We'll talk more about that. But, of course, in today's game, John, I mean, obviously height is nice, but shooting and ball handling are at a premium. And the Tigers, with that constant pressure that Coach Edson puts on, if people watch the Tigers over the years from Coach Edson, it's constant pressure all the time, in your face, full court, rotating traps and rotating things, and then they shoot the three. Everybody has a green light to shoot whenever possible and get a lot of shots up, crash the boards, and be real active on both ends. That's Tiger basketball. Conversely, Vinton-Shellsburg's kind of the same mold. They will come out and press you quite a bit. They have athletes as well, and they will come out and press and try to force the action, try to force a team into up-tempo, maybe playing faster than they're used to, and then that will then cause and lead to turnover, which they take advantage of in transition going the other way. And again, as we get into the games more, we'll talk about that. I do want to take this moment here, though, since you have some time to talk about the new 35-second shot clock. It's been proposed for many years, always kind of been held off by the Girls and Boys Union in the state of Iowa, but last year they both unanimously voted, both sides, to put it in, and here we are. The first official game is going to be with the shot clock, and again, what that means is once your team possesses the ball, and that's important, I emphasize the word possesses because there'll be occasions where, let's say, a team, let's say Vinton-Shellsburg is shooting, and they shoot at the ball, it touches the rim, well, the shot clock would reset, or if they lose the ball, but it's tipped by Grinnell, and then regain possession by Vinton-Shellsburg, people think, oh, the shot clock resets. No, there's no change in possession. The possession is the team that last possessed it. So if that scenario, if a Vinton-Shellsburg loses the ball, a Grinnell player touches it or taps it or bats it, does not secure it, but does touch the ball, and then Vinton-Shellsburg gets it back, the shot clock does not reset because there's no change in possession. So that's an important thing to know about that. And there's some other things as well that they reset it on, for timeouts, official discretion, and all that type of thing. So it's brand new for everybody, as you said. It's going to be interesting to see how it's all administered and chosen about for the game. But certainly, I don't think, John, either one of these teams, had they had a shot clock going the last 4 or 5 years, I think both of these teams get their shots off well within that 35-second time frame. We're going to see a lot of shots put up tonight, a lot of up-and-down action. Should be a fun one to call.
So the JV game is halfway through the fourth quarter. Vinton-Shellsburg leading by 10 now. That's probably about the biggest lead I've seen, and kind of looking at how the score of this game has unfolded, basically. Grinnell got it down to a couple. I know Grinnell scored the first 5 points in the JV game. They came back and scored 6 in a row, and I don't think I've trailed ever since. As far as the preliminary game tonight goes, we'll have a varsity action as well, as you're getting some bonus coverage, if you will, of the Grinnell Vinton-Shellsburg Vikets here at the new gymnasium at Grinnell High School. Kind of on the cold side outside, but we're nice and warm inside. Thank goodness.
It is. And for a great night of basketball. Another rule I want to talk about, since we have some time here, John, a little rule segment here, is the 3-second call. A lot of people get that call wrong, and by people I mean spectators. And the 3-second rule is simply put, no offensive player can be in the lane, have any part of their body in the lane for more than 3 seconds. Mm-hmm. Okay, but there's some caveats with that. Number one is if another offensive player is attempting a shot or a move towards a basket, the actual wording in the rule book is any attempt towards the basket, an offensive move towards the basket. Not even doesn't say about putting up a shot, just towards the basket. The 3-second count shall stop. So I see all the time where, like, let's say a post player is in the lane, they shoot a shot. They miss it. They get the rebound. They shoot the shot. They miss it. They get the rebound, shoot a shot, and they keep missing, and they're in there for 10 or 12 seconds. Every time they make a move to the basket, the count is off. They could literally stand in there for half a minute as long as they kept getting the offensive rebound, Mm-hmm. And that's one thing people miss about that. So that's something to talk about. And I know as an official, you obviously can't sit there and focus in on every player.
Right.
And sit there and try to count to 3 as they go through the lane. So when I've been to officiating clinics, what they have said is you kind of look at it with your peripheral vision. If you see a player in the lane, when you do your scan back and forth, you scan across. If they're in the lane, that's fine. You scan back if they're in the lane, that's also fine. But when you scan back again, if they're still sitting there, that's 3 seconds. You blow the whistle. Even though technically you haven't sat there and focused in and go 1, 2, 3, because you can't, because you might miss other action on either side of the lane that would cause it. So that's how it's taught in the referee clinics. Anyway, the 3-second call.
Well, I was going to say, referees will either call that 3-second violation or they won't call it. I mean, I've seen it most times. I mean, they'll call it maybe once, maybe twice a game, and that means the referees are on the 3-second call. But yeah, if you see it once in a game anymore, it's not typically often.
No, you don't. And the thing is, it's just like, some players have a good players' tendencies. Well, teams also start scout. I don't know so much in high school, but I know in college and pros, they know they always look, what officials do we have? And, oh, well, this guy calls 3 seconds, or this guy calls traveling a lot, or whatever. And so they make note of that, and they adjust their game plan around that. And as you coach this long enough, like Trent has, Coach Edson has for a long time, Coach Faulkner's been around, most of these officials by name, or at least have worked with them. So you kind of know their tendencies as a coach. And certainly keep that in the back of your mind as you prepare your team to face the opponent, but also just what type of official you're going to do. Because, again, I look at post play. Some officials let it go. Others call every little tic-tac foul. So you just have to adjust as a player and coach, and that's just part of the game. It's a human part of the game. It's a great part of it, and that's what makes it the game that it is. And people just need to adjust and move on.
First home game for real here will be. Thank you, Chris. That was good. Good information there. First games that will start for real here at home will be when Grinnell and South Tama play. Grinnell, South Tama.
Yeah, I mean
that's always a great rivalry game.
Yeah, it is. And again, Vinton-Shellsburg, South Tama twice. So
it'll be in the West Division. There's East and West Divisions in the back, and then it'll be Grinnell will be by geography. It'll be a West Division team.
Well, we're going to be the southernmost and westernmost team in the WAMAC,
yes.
So I would assume we'd go with the Western. But yeah, so a good play and a good test early on, and then as you said, Des Moines Christian coming down the road. They've also had some other games. Clear Creek and Manassaw, Bonner and Farrar, really good teams that have been close to state, if not to state already. So, and as a coach and a player, that's what you want. You want to go out and you want to face a tough competition to see, number one, how your game measures up, and number two, how as a coach, how your team are going to handle, all the things that go into a game. The physicality, the speed of the game, the officials. And if adversity happens, well, I'm not getting any calls, or well, you got to shrug and move on, because, and that's all help build that mental toughness, the mental edge that you need to be successful. So, again, I'm just excited. If you can't tell, the basketball's here. As I said, it's my favorite sport, and it's one of the few things my wife will acknowledge that I do know something about. So,
there you go.
So there we go. So I'll take it. But glad to be back here with you, John. And thanks to Dan at Tiger Sports Livestream and all you people listening in, plus all our sponsors who help really make this broadcast possible. Thank you. Tip of the hat and salute to everybody.
Yeah.
And,
make sure you support those folks that help bring it home to you wherever you are on God's green earth.
Absolutely. And less than a minute left to go in the game. Looks like Grinnell JV is going to go down to defeat. They're trailing by about 15 right now.
That's the biggest lead I've seen Vinton-Shellsburg have. And, I've been kind of watching all these referees. They've been letting them play tonight, and it's a scrimmage situation, and they should. If it's something definite, then, absolutely call. But this trio referee, we'll tell you who they are when we get to that juncture. But, so the schedule for the Grinnell girls, they'll have 3 WAMAC conference opponents in their first 4 games. This game not counting as a win-loss situation, but at Des Moines Christian Tuesday, host South Tama Monday. There'll be a girl-boy doubleheader, the first of such in 2022-23. Then Thursday, December 1st, they'll head to Clear Creek, Amana, and then Friday the 2nd will be at Dallas Center Grimes. So that's quite a week there. A Monday, Tuesday, Friday, first full week of the year, right after Thanksgiving.
And sometimes that's the best medicine for especially a young team. You don't have time to dwell on the losses because, well, guess what? We got a game tomorrow night, or we got a game the next night. So you got to flush it, move on. You learn from it, and try to work to improve and get yourself better for that next contest. So, it's funny things, teams. The chemistry. It's 10 to 15 individuals. As a coach, you got to put it all together and figure out which buttons to push and what kids you can encourage, what kids you got to lean on, and all those type of things. And it's just a fantastic opportunity to be back in a gym here and get the season started.
All right, JV game just about wrapping up. We'll have the varsity game, have about 15 minutes in between the end of the JV game and start of the varsity game here at the new gymnasium at Grinnell High School. So the JV game is over. Vinton-Shellsburg winning by a score of 50-35. So,
good win for the Vinton-Shellsburg Vikings. Grinnell Tigers, the young team, they showed grit. They came back. They could have got down and folded their 10 up and gone home, as I say, but they came back, cut it to 2 or 3, and just Vinton-Shellsburg pulled away at the end.
All right, we'll take this time out. We'll hear from our more fine boosters of the Tiger Sports live streaming network. as you're watching Grinnell Tiger girls basketball. Tiger live streaming network, and we'll bring it home to you after this timeout.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 5th Avenue, Grinnell.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We are your trusted partner in everything signage.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 5th Avenue, Grinnell.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Pollyi's Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance, Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars, and ASI Signs. Also a special shout out to our business card sponsors down at the bottom, everyone I just mentioned, plus Grinnell Firestone, Turnkey Realty, and Mayflower Community Homes. Our three-point shots tonight are brought to you by Pollyi's Pizza, and our free throw line is sponsored by Grinnell Medicap. In our scoreboard, a shout out to Kurt's Collision Center for sponsoring our scoreboard all season long. All right, let's send it back out to John Martinson and Chris Juni.
Back here at the new gymnasium at Grinnell High School with Chris Juni, I'm John Martinson. Varsity action just a few minutes away from getting started. Grinnell with a roster, well, let's look at Vinton-Shellsburg first. They're coached by Rich Heisman in his fourth year coaching the Vicats. Assistant coaches are Joe Johnson and Ryan Davis. As I said, it's a varsity roster of 15. There are 6 seniors. 5 seniors start for the Vikings. They average like 53 points a game, and all 53 points are back on this ball club. 6 juniors and 3 sophomore round out the 15 members of the varsity roster. In fact, 14 of the 15 were on the score sheet last year. So as I say, all 53 points are back, and that's what you call a pretty experienced basketball team.
Absolutely, there's no substitute for experience. An old coach who shall remain nameless said, "What's the best thing about freshmen?" He answered, "When they become sophomores." So
there you go.
No substitute for experience. That not only in basketball, but most sports, but also in life as well. And Tigers are going to get a good early test here. As our young Tiger team going to take on Vinton-Shellsburg, who, as you said, has everybody back from regional finalist a year ago.
Yeah, 16-8 was their record a year ago, losing to Center Point Urbana in overtime in the regional final. Same as what Grinnell happened. They were 19-4 under veteran coach Trent Edson. I want to say his 13th year as girls head varsity coach, 24th coaching Tiger basketball, because prior to that he was a longtime assistant to Scott Sharp on the Tiger boys basketball team. A roster of 6 seniors, 4 juniors, and 2 first years. So let's tell you that if there's first years on the roster, last year was an all junior senior roster. So this year's roster with a couple of first years, they're not on the roster as window dressing. They're on the roster because they're going to play. They're going to see playing time. So we'll take a look at the starters for Vinton-Shellsburg first for Coach Heisman, for Coach Heisman and the Vikets. It'll be Abby Davis, a senior. She averaged about 7 a game last year for Vinton-Shellsburg. Also starting will be Sophia Kreitner, a senior. Well, they're all seniors. We won't repeat that each time. She averaged 8 points a game. Ashley Meyer averaged 8 points a game. Alyssa Griffith inside is a leading scorer from a year ago at 13 a game. And Bradley Bruce averaged 5 points a game. That rounds out your first 5 on the floor for Vinton-Shellsburg. They'll be the gals in the Bumblebee colors in the black and gold. For Grinnell and the Tigers, they return some experience. The Van Compernoll twins. Kelsey, a senior at 5'4", and Caitlin, also up for a senior. In fact, all Grinnell starters, the first 5 are seniors. So again, we won't repeat that each time. So it's almost a 3-guard look, Chris, with the Van Compernolls and then Leah Harris from a year ago. Started last year as well, a senior, and they were in the 5 to 6 point a game range, all 3. Bailey Strovers, a senior, did see playing time last year, but thrust into a starting role here in 2022-23. She's 5'10", and Hayden Hall, she was at 9 points a game last year, and that's a lot. That's the top offensive player back from a year ago. Hayden Hall, of course, her dad Chad, outstanding athlete back in the day at Grinnell High School.
Yeah, and I need to clarify too, John. I already had my first turnover of the year. When I said Grinnell's not as experienced, they have players that have started, but not all their players have started like Vinton-Shellsburg. And it's a difference when you're a starter versus coming off the bench. Most of these seniors have played some extensive basketball at the varsity level, so they understand that. So again, anxious to see what happens as Grinnell Tigers are getting ready to be introduced. Trent Edson, it's up and down. And Vinton-Shellsburg, they press and they go up and down. So look for a lot of things early. We'll see how the officials call it as far as feet position and reaching in, those type of things, how that's going to play out during the course of this ball game.
Coach Edson assisted by Sal Faulkner, longtime assistant at Grinnell High School, and Chad Nath, who's new to the program. So good to have Coach Nath on the sidelines as well. And, of course, Coach Edson, who's been with the girls program at least 13, maybe even longer than that, actually, as far as girls head basketball coach for the Tigers. So just about set for this game to commence. I am sure we'll see a lot of kids really in and out as this is kind of a basis of scrimmage, but we're getting the new uniforms on as we'll take a break for the national anthem and then come back with a tip-off. Grinnell Tiger girls basketball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. We did as much pregame as he did, but we did. We got it in and it went well. All right, our officials adjudicating tonight's game. There's your $10 word of the night. Steve Russell from Ankeny. Steve is the kind of the burly guy over on the kind of the far end.
I'm going to say he's the bald guy.
Yeah, Tyler Reindl from Creston and Chris Reindl from Creston. Also the trio of officials working tonight's game. And I watched these guys a little in the JV game. They were letting them play, and I if there's something that needs to be called, they'll call it. So
yep,
I was fine with how they officiated the JV game. And
some early keys to watch, John, here in this ball game is one, as you said, how the officials call it, and two, what team can exert their will and their force and get the other team to play at their pace, at the pace they want them to, is going to be an early factor in this ball game.
On the Tiger Sports live stream network, and the tap controlled by Grinnell. They'll go to the east basket. Looks like Vinton-Shellsburg going to start, looks like man-to-man, Chris?
Yep, they're in the man-to-man. Sagging off in the lane, though.
Yep. So a dribble drive by Vinton-Shellsburg, now a three. Not there. And a rebound by the Vikettes, pardon me. Front court, Ashley Meyer. And now a pass to the low post. That's Briley Bruce. Kick back out, an open three. Good. And that's Sophia Kreitner.
Tigers a little slow on the rotation that time, John, getting around on the reversal. And a good quick release by the Vinton-Shellsburg player. Nice shot, and they're up 3-0.
Tigers on the counter attack. Kelsey Vinton-Shellsburg. Near side, Hayden Hall will look to answer. Nope, shot missed the basket, and no one touched it. So it will go back to Vinton-Shellsburg.
Again, a good look by Hayden. We've seen her drill those and just needs to get in the groove, and that shot will fall as the game goes on.
So Vinton-Shellsburg 3-0. Tigers will go to, looks like a zone press here, Chris.
Yep, 1-2, 1-1.
And the Vikings break the press in pretty good shape. Abby Davis, and now a dribble drive, layup, not there. Taken by Grinnell. And on the rebound, that's Bailey Strovers. Front court, and we got a blocking foul. Almost a travel, pretty close, apparently not. But Vikings.
We'll give you that one. Yep. We'll give you that one there, Mr. Amateur Referee. It was pretty close. Leah Harris did get the ball down in time, and the official's judgment was not a travel. Good call on the block if the player slid into the Tiger player.
First foul on Vinton-Shellsburg, first team foul on the basket. Good. That's Leah Harris, I believe.
Yep, Leah Harris, senior now, gets the first basket, looking just a lot like her sister Macy. Drives down the lane, pulls up in that shot in the lane, and usually hits that every time.
Macy playing well at Wartburg. To the free throw line. And a back out, three-pointer, back of the iron, not there. And a nice rebound that time. Good position on the part of Leah Harris. Kind of in the valley of the Giants that time. And works it to the front court. Harris near side. This is Kelsey Vinton-Shellsburg, and that one comes off iron. And the Vikettes rebounded. And they've got a break if they can work it here. At least a 3-on-2. Dribble drive, layup, and fouled by Hayden Hall. That's a good foul on the part of Hayden Hall.
Yep, the defensive, or rather the offensive player for Vinton-Shellsburg did like a little Euro step, a side step to get around Hayden and try to shoot the ball up and under, and Hayden just came down and got her across the arm. Tigers got back, though. Good thing to see that early energy by the Tigers, John. They did get back and forced the Vinton-Shellsburg player to take the ball to the hoop herself.
First free throw good by Ashley Meyer. And the Vikettes bring a couple new faces in. Julia Johnson, a junior, and Kaylee Burke, a senior. Kaylee in the low post, or she's about a 5'11", 6-footer. Second free throw is good as well by Ashley Meyer. So Vikettes scoring the first 5 points. I'll make it 3. It was 3-2. Now 5-2. On the couple made free throws. Front court, Grinnell. Basketball in the hands of Bailey Strovers. Back out to Hayden Hall on the dribble drive. Hall kicks it back out. Leah Harris. And Kelsey Vinton-Shellsburg. That hits the three. That's a Poly Ice Pizza three-point goal.
Good quick release by Kelsey that time. John got the pass with her hands ready to shoot and let it rip right away. There was good pressure by Vinton-Shellsburg, just a better shot by the Tigers.
Front court, and the Vikettes through the pressure. A triple try for the lead is not there. Oh, but she got into the, Hayden Hall was saying, "You got to be kidding me," and she, yeah.
That's 2 on Hayden.
That's a nice sell by the Vinton-Shellsburg player.
She'll have to take a seat now after the Vinton-Shellsburg player gets 2 shots. And
well, it was a 3. I think she was fouled in three-point country. It might be.
I believe you are right, John.
And that's number 20 that time. That's one of the new players in, Julia Johnson. Made the first. 6'5", missed the second. And now Hayden Hall will come out in favor of Taylor Vanderleest, who saw some playing time in the varsity last year. And now Vinton-Shellsburg will sub in Sophia Kreitner back in.
You know, we're only about 2.5 minutes into the game, John. One of the Tiger mainstays, Hayden Hall, a lot of varsity experience, just went to the bench with her second foul. So see how these other Tigers step up and fill that void, because, you know, Trent Edson and Coach Falk, they're not going to change their game. They're going to press and do everything they can. So see how that plays out in this first quarter.
Julia Johnson, kind of a meatloaf type effort there on the free throws. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? So there you go. And dribble drive front court, and the Tigers turn it over. First turnover of the ball game.
Yep, just got away from Leah that time, but does give the Tigers a chance to set up their press.
So the Tigers in the it looks like, again, the 1-2-1-1 zone press. Tried for a double team. Good effort there. Sophia Kreitner, and the ball knocked away. And they get in the front court. They knock it away, and the Tigers force the turnover.
Excellent job of Tigers by trapping there. John caught Vinton by surprise in the traps.
And ball knocked away, taken back. It is Van Compernal, and we have a foul on the Vikettes here. 5:06 left to play, first quarter on the Grinnell Mutual scoreboard. And the foul on Briley Bruce. That's her first and the team's second. So each team with a couple of team fouls now in this first quarter. Top of the circle, Kelsey Van Compernal. And now Leah Harris, or make it Caitlin Van Compernal. And we got a foul around the circle. I don't know if it was a shooting foul or not.
No, I believe it was off the ball, John, at the top of the key. Kelsey Van Compernal was trying to come around. I believe the Vinton-Shellsburg player kind of gave her a little bump as she went by, and the officials saw that, and so Tigers will get the play in.
Julia Johnson, her first foul, the team's third. And a pass, a nice cut that time to the basket, layup, good, score it! Great assist that time, too, on the play, and Caitlin Van Compernal goes in to score.
Again, Tigers showing great energy. Some of their quickness is bothering Vinton-Shellsburg. Vinton-Shellsburg, if they get the ball and they have a chance to break it, but Tigers have really ratcheted up the defensive intensity. I'm sure Coach Edson loves to see that, and as they set their press again.
Olivia Renzi coming into the game. Olivia's a junior, about 5'7". And on you're seeing it, number 44 that came in. Ball at midcourt. We got a couple players colliding, and somebody's going to get whistled for a foul.
Bailey Strovers, there was a half step late, John, getting there. Tried for the deflection, but when she missed it and didn't get the ball and crashed into the player, that's a foul. But again, Coach Edson will take that hustle play like that and that angle and effort by the Tigers.
Her first, the team's third. A play into Julia Johnson for Vinton-Shellsburg. Tied at 7. Well, almost halfway through the first quarter. On the Tiger Sports live stream network, ball knocked away, and there's a steal. This is Kelsey Van Compernal trying to get the handle and does so. On the far side, to our far side. Ball knocked away, ball loose on the floor, taken back by Grinnell. Got kind of a scrum out there. Now taken back in the near side, Strovers. Leah Harris, dribble drive for the lead, and the shot is up and good.
Like her sister Macy used to do years ago. Right down the lane and teardrop and a steal by the Tigers, John.
9-7, okay, so a third Vinton-Shellsburg, and now taken back by the Vikettes. Front court, Vinton-Shellsburg. Sophia Kreitner back in. As the lady with the ball, Briley Bruce, ball knocked away. Ball knocked away again. I think it's going to stay with the Vikettes, and it does. And now Vinton-Shellsburg wants a timeout. We'll take a time in, and we'll take the timeout with them. 9-7 Grinnell on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before, or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual.
So 9-7 Grinnell on the Kurtz Collision scoreboard. There have been people crashing out here in the court, and we hope you don't end up there. As far as a crash goes. Greg Heinzelman is people take good care of you. Kurt's named after his father, the late legendary Kurt Heinzelman. Front court and a takeaway by Grinnell. That's not how you want to come out of a timeout.
and the Vikets knock it out of bounds, and Grinnell will stay with it. So kind of an ignominious start for Vinton-Shellsburg after their timeout.
That's why Coach Rich Heisman took that timeout. Grinnell was getting a lot of hands and balls, a lot of tip passes. He tried to clean that up, but Tigers' quickness really giving Vinton-Shellsburg, the Vikets, some fits right now.
Kind of a low post effort, but no, Vikets step right in the passing lane, and the Tigers only their third turnover. 9-7 Grinnell Vikets trying for the least. Oh, there's a takeaway. Good hands that time by Taylor Vanderleest, but her pass is saved into the hands of Vinton-Shellsburg. So a turnover each way here. And the Tigers showing that not great height for Grinnell, but impressive quickness out there with the Coppernoles and Leah Harris leading the charge that way.
And speaking of practices, John, that's one that you can try to simulate and tell your team, well, Grinnell's quick, but if you can't simulate it in practice, as a shot goes up by Vinton and it's good. That time, Abby Davis with the three-pointer. Vinton's lead is 10-9, but you just can't simulate that, and Tigers' quickness definitely giving the Vikets some fits.
So front court, Leah Harris had a pass knocked away. Regathers it near side. This is Caitlin Van Copperdahl, and she hits the Poly Ice Pizza. Three-point goal. So Caitlin Van Copperdahl with 5 Tiger points, leading the score sheet there. And it's 12-10 Grinnell. Now Vinton-Shellsburg, a 2 would tie it, and a reach-in foul on Grinnell, and I think that's on Olivia Renzi.
Yeah, the ball was loose there by the Vinton-Shellsburg player. Briley Bruce was bringing it up, looked a little uncomfortable with it. It was kind of loose out there, and she fumbled it a bit, and Olivia reached in for it, but she did grab some of the arm and got called for the foul.
Sophia Kreitner on the play, and she just came in, and Hayden Hall with 2 fouls back in the ball game too. So Coach Edson kind of rolling things a little bit here. Kelsey Van Copperdahl back in for Grinnell as well. Ball knocked away. Good hands that time. The last touch by Vinton-Shellsburg. It was touched by the Vikets. Nice play there by Taylor Vanderleest to force that issue.
Again, John, not to sound like a broke record, but just the quick hands of Grinnell. You can't simulate that if you haven't been around it. And Tigers, that ball was hit out of her hands and went off the defender's leg or the player's leg, so it's Tiger ball.
Olivia Renzi with the basketball. Renzi going to dribble drive it in, lay it up, and she was fouled, and 2 shots coming for Olivia Renzi.
Good aggressive play, John. Again, what the Tigers are known for. They attack defensively. They attack you offensively. They are always on the attack, never giving you a chance to even let up and breathe, and that's the philosophy that Coach Edson runs through. And first free throw is good for the Tigers. They extend the lead 13-10. But again, just as we talked about at the top of the show, John, lots of up and down intense action. Both teams really getting after it early on in this ball game.
Renzi makes the first and the second at the Medicap Pharmacy free throw line. Meyer commits her first foul. The team has 4 now. It is Vinton-Shellsburg now 14-10. And ball knocked out of bounds.
Off of Grinnell. Went off of Grinnell leg.
All right. So Vinton-Shellsburg the play in. 2:19 left to play on the Kurtz Collision scoreboard. Pass in near side. And with the basketball is Ashley Meyer. As we near the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Abby Davis. Davis, far side. Back up top, Alyssa Griffith. There's a dribble drive. Layup not there. Rebounded by Grinnell. Olivia Renzi. Nice outlet pass. Kelsey Van Copperdahl. Kelsey. Vanderleest. Kelsey Van Copperdahl. Olivia Renzi. Hayden Hall. Caitlin and Travel. She picked up the pivot for just a tad too soon.
Took a little hop as she got the ball to make her drive, John. It was open. The baseline was there. Right idea. Just had a little hop, and the official called her for the travel.
45, Kaylee Burke into the lineup for Vinton-Shellsburg. Grinnell brought a new face in as well. Double check who that might be. Is that number 20 possibly? I don't see a 20. Never mind. Well, it's Aiden Gosselink. Yeah, that's a name we've heard time and time again over the years at Grinnell High School. Shot up not there by the Vikets. Saved. And taken back by Vinton-Shellsburg. Fortuitously, a layup good. And Ashley Meyer has 4. So it's now 14-12. Working the ball up, that is Hayden Hall. Pass over the head of, or behind the Tiger player, and another turnover on Grinnell. That's their 6th. Each team with 6 turnovers in this quarter.
Again, right idea by Hayden. Had the head up and look, just couldn't get the pass. I thought it might have been deflected for a moment, but official said nope, it's off Grinnell. Vinton-Shellsburg ball.
And they've got a 3-on-2 if they work it. Here's a dribble drive and a layup. Good. Score that for Alyssa Griffith. That's her first points of the game.
Nice job by Hayden Hall to back off there. She put her hands up in the back to wait. Didn't want to pick up that 3rd foul.
Tied at 14. We're tied for the 3rd time. Front court, Aiden Gosselink. Aiden, pretty good softball player. Saw some playing time this past summer. Here's a dribble drive. Leah Harris make it. And Harris draws the foul on a black and gold player. Double check here. 45. So that's on Kaylee Burke. That's her first, team foul number 5. So a play in for Grinnell, basket to the left, and a shot up. Kelsey Vinton-Shellsburg missed the basket, but it's rebounded by Vinton-Shellsburg, taken back by Grinnell. Layup and good. Scoring for Kelsey Vinton-Shellsburg.
They just keep coming at you, John. The Van Comperno twins at the top of the press. Lots of quickness, lots of hands.
Kelsey and Caitlin are two of the better softball players I've seen in high school. I'm just going to say that flat out. I can't remember which one play. If it's Kelsey that plays second, she's probably the best second baseman I've seen play high school softball. The way she plays defensively, I'll just say that hands down. Defensively, she made some plays I've never seen from a high school second baseman in softball. Here's a dribble drive, shot up, and a three-pointer. Oh, banked in. I heard it, I guess. Sophia Kreitner. Well, this is a scrimmage, folks.
Hey, you don't care how it goes in the hole as long as it goes to the hoop. You'll take it as a coach.
17-16. Vinton-Shellsburg retakes the lead. The ball knocked off Grinnell as they brought it into the front court.
Trent Edson wants the Tigers to get their heads up and look down court to pass instead of trying to dribble through the pass. Press should be to press by passing it.
1 second, half-court shot, not good. 17-16 Vinton-Shellsburg as we take a first quarter break on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate.
17-16 Vinton-Shellsburg. Vicats got 6 from Sophia Kreitner, 4 from Ashley Meyer, 3 from Abby Davis, 2 from Melissa Griffith, 2 for Julia Johnson. Caitlin Vinton-Shellsburg with 5 for Grinnell, including a three-pointer. Kelsey Vinton-Shellsburg with 5, including a 3. 4 for Leah Harris, 2 for Olivia Renzi. 2 for 2 from the line is she.
What's nice about the Tiger team, John, is it plays right into my theory of everybody likes to play offense and get to talk to the media afterwards or get the name in the paper, but you have to want to play defense. And Coach Edson has these kids, his players, for the last several years playing great defense. And that's why they've had the success they have, and they look to continue that not only this game but the whole season.
Front court is Abby Davis for Vinton-Shellsburg. Davis. And Tigers in a man-to-man too, aren't they? Here's a three-point shot up. Good. They've made some threes, have the Vicats. Sophia Kreitner, and now Coach Van Edson wants timeout. We'll take one with them. 20-16 Vinton-Shellsburg on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third-generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Pollyi's Pizza.
Just 19 seconds into the second quarter, and the Tigers called the timeout. Coach Edson saw something he didn't like, and he wanted to make sure it was corrected right. Oh, there's a ball knocked away and stolen back by Vinton-Shellsburg.
Yeah, Coach Edson, they didn't close out that three-point shooter. They just jogged out there to cover it, and he's like, that is not acceptable the way we play defense. And so just as I was talking up the defense, they have a lapse and get a 3, but Coach Edson quickly reminded them that's not how we do things.
It's called a teaching moment. All right, to the low post. Shot is up. Oh, didn't look too bad from here, but referee saw it a different way from his angle. That's Steve Russell, our referee from Ankeny, who called that one.
Did call a hit on the forearm, and again, that's why we don't have the striped shirts. He's a lot closer than we were, but it certainly looked like she kept her hands up, but she must have bent her arm down and broke her plane of verticality, which I'll talk about. The first free throw is good. 21-16 now, Vinton-Shellsburg. As a defensive player, John, you're allowed to stand with your hands straight up. You have all the way from the floor to the ceiling as your area. But if you bend your area or break your plane, your straight up and down plane, that's a foul. You can't do that. And that's what the referee ruled that the Tigers did, and they picked up the foul.
21, now 22-16. Bradley Bruce hits both free throws. Vinton-Shellsburg hasn't missed from the line. That was ball knocked away at midcourt. We got a blocking foul. Is it on Grinnell?
No,
it's on Vinton-Shellsburg. Okay.
Yeah, it was on Vinton-Shellsburg.
Sophia Kreitner.
Yeah, she dove for the ball again. Just a half step late getting there. When you miss the ball at the play, that's going to be an automatic foul call.
And Kreitner will come out with 2 fouls, and she's replaced and landed by Julia Johnson, a junior, who's been in the ball game a couple of times. Tigers work it up the floor. Leah Harris. Harris started every game last year, or most every game, to the low post. Here's a dribble drive. Bailey Strovers back up top.
That's Isabel Kenkel in a freshman in there.
Yeah.
6-foot freshman for the Tigers on the floor.
Of course, older sisters at Loras College right now, playing soccer. Played on the varsity basketball team a year ago. Here's a dribble drive, top of the circle, and it's
shot clock to 6.
All right. Haven't said too much before. 3, got to put it up there. 2 with 1. The shot, good if it goes. Nope, back of the rim, not there. And ball knocked away, taken back by Grinnell. That's Leah Harris with a good hustle. Dribble drive and a kick back in, a shot up, foul before the shot. Oh, it was right, it was close. Olivia Renzi going to be denied the basket.
He did blow the whistle before she started the motion of the shot, John. She did get bumped. And if we're going to make sure she got fouled on the shot up, now we're at the 1-on-1. But just rule on the shot clock there. The Tigers got the offensive rebound, and why there was not a violation because the ball hit the rim. If the ball hits the rim on the shot attempt, the shot clock resets if the offensive team or defensive team gains possession. So that's why it was reset.
7 fouls on Vinton-Shellsburg is why we shoot the 1-and-1 here. Olivia Renzi at the Medicap Pharmacy free throw line off the front rim, not good. And we've got a whistle and the ball out of bounds. So 22-16.
Boy, you got the Van Compernoll twins up there and Leah Harris, 3 very quick, very athletic people at the top of the press for the Tigers.
Vinton-Shellsburg trying to continue on an 8-0 run here. Pass underneath to an open player, and there's a dribble drive. Bradley Bruce can't get the first shot to go. Gathers the offensive rebound and goes up. Oh, can't get that. Rim wrapper to go. And Olivia Renzi pulls it down. Front court quickly. Caitlin Van Compernoll, Kelsey, and now Leah Harris for a 3-point try. It's not good. And the rebound pulled down by the Vikettes. And Ashley Meyer, front court. And here's a dribble drive and a shot and layup good. Score that one for Alyssa Griffith, and it's a 10-0 run.
Good job by Vinton-Shellsburg attacking Hayden Hall. Didn't want to pick up that third.
And a shot up by Hall is good. Hayden Hall with a close-range jumper, her first 2 of the ball game.
Coach Heisman really upset at that one, directing his players to stop the ball on the drive.
So that ends a 10-0 run by Vinton-Shellsburg. Vikettes a open 3 at the other end, and a hit that one for Abby Davis, her second 3 of the ball game. Vinton-Shellsburg is making open threes. You got to get on them. 27-18. Vinton-Shellsburg by 9, biggest lead of the game. Top of the circle, now a 3-point try by Hayden Hall off the front rim. Rebounded by Vinton-Shellsburg. Abby Davis. Bumped by Leah Harris. We play on. Front court. It is Bradley Bruce and a foul from behind. Olivia Renzi on the entry pass to the low post. So Renzi picks up foul number 2. That's Grinnell's foul number 6.
I believe that was on Bailey Strovers that time, John. They got Bailey Strovers reaching over. And for the first time all game now, here we are in the second quarter, about 3 minutes in. Tigers' energy is waving a little bit on the defensive end, and the shots are getting a little flatter. The intensity isn't quite there on the defensive end that they had early on.
Yeah, I've got 2 fouls on Bailey Strovers now, too. There's a shot up from close range for Vinton-Shellsburg. It's not there, and rebounded by Grinnell. 27 for the Vikettes, 18 for Grinnell on the Kurtz Collision scoreboard. Here's a dribble drive, and we got a whistle.
Aiden Goslake on the dribble drive was bumped. She'll get a 1-on-1 opportunity. Or correction, be 2 shots. No, 1-on-1.
It's 1-on-1. So 33 with a foul. So Alyssa Griffith, that's her second foul. So Aiden Goslake with her first free throws in the varsity uniform.
Yeah, that last defensive trip, Coach Etchen saw that, but a couple Grinnell players were jogging, not because of lack of effort. They just were simply gassed or out of breath, and so he gave them a quick substitution there to let them get their win back and try to maybe crank up the defense through the last half of this second quarter.
Aiden Goslink makes her first free throw. She'll get the bonus. Back in the ball game is Ashley Meyer for the Vikettes, 27-19. And second shot up is off the back of the iron. And long rebound taken back by the Vicats. Abby Davis quickly to the front court. Now to the near side. Three-pointer, Julia Johnson. Got a little off balance, missed that one, but they get the offensive rebound. Two-pointer not good. Rebounded, corralled by Grinnell. Off the foot of the player, though. And a turnover on Grinnell. And a shot up and good. What number was that? Quickly, is that 45? We'll say that's for the sake of argument. Kaylee Burke, and that's her first two. And ball knocked away at midcourt. Seconds to go back to Grinnell.
Vinton-Shellsburg fans wanted a foul. The ball is knocked loose, and going for it, Leah Harris and the Vinton-Shellsburg player collided, and the Vinton-Shellsburg player got the worst end of it, but no foul called, and they said it was going to be Grinnell ball.
A 10-3 run for Vinton-Shellsburg. Ball knocked away, taken back by Grinnell. Leah Harris, near side. Hayden Hall, triple try, and she hits the Poly Ice Pizza three-point goal. Hayden Hall with a total of 5 all in this quarter.
Maybe that'll get Hayden going. That was a well-contested shot, and Hayden put up without even any hesitation.
29-22. Vicats trying to answer the other end. Burke up for 2 and scores. Kaylee Burke has a total of 4.
Tigers they're falling asleep in the post defense. They're stopping the dribble drive, but they're not rotating over to cover the open player.
Hayden Hall near side, another three-point try, and this one off iron. And ball fought for, taken back by Grinnell. Bailey Strovers has it knocked away. May have had a foot on the line. No, it was Vinton-Shellsburg. The player last touched it.
Yeah, Vinton-Shellsburg got a hand on it, but the girl was standing out of bounds. One is knocked loose, so it's Tigers ball.
Caitlin Van Coppernall back in for Grinnell. Vinton-Shellsburg brings Briley Bruce 44 back in. 31-22 Vicats. Basket to the left of the Tiger player. That's Olivia Renzi playing it in. Renzi 44, Bailey Strovers 34.
This type of basketball up and down and full court pressing is fun to watch, but as a coach, you have to really be cognizant and aware of your players' minutes and substitute when possible so they don't get too tired.
Shot is up and not good. Rebounded by Vinton-Shellsburg. Quickly in the front court, Ashley Meyer. She's a nice ball player, is Ashley Meyer. Oh, nice pass underneath. Then a shot blocked out of bounds by Bailey Strovers. Kaylee Burke thought she had an easy basket, but not to be. Tigers will sub back in with Taylor Vanderleest back in the game. And I believe it's Kelsey Van Coppernall back in. So Burke near side, Burke now to the free throw line now. A near side three-pointer for Meyer is not good. And good defensive position on the rebound for Grinnell. Bailey Strovers, front court, Caitlin Van Coppernall. Van Coppernall on the right-hand side. Back out Taylor Vanderleest. To the near side, here's Leah Harris. Harris back up top, three-pointer Taylor Vanderleest and a Poly Ice Pizza three-point goal for Taylor.
Vinton-Shellsburg switched to a zone, John, a few minutes ago, and Tigers were struggling to get an open shot. That time they had better spacing, and Vanderleest hit the open shot, wide open three.
And Vinton-Shellsburg turns it over for the first time this quarter, 8 for the game. Tigers I have for a total of 9 turnovers, and some mass substitutions here by both teams. Tigers on the play-in. Vinton-Shellsburg's going to throw a little man-to-man full-court pressure. Try for the double team when they can get it. That means there's a player open. It is. Leah Harris works it to the front court. Harris, near side, Caitlin Van Coppernall. Up top to Taylor Vanderleest. Vanderleest and a three-pointer by Kelsey Van Coppernall is good for a Poly Ice Pizza three-point goal. 31-28.
And just like that, John, no lead is safe against either one of these teams. They can score a bunch of points in a hurry. It wasn't too long ago. Tigers were down about 10, and now they've cut it to 3.
Yeah, it was a 9-point margin. You're right. Abby Meyer for 3 is not good. Rebounded by Grinnell. A 3 could tie this one with just over 2 minutes to play second quarter.
Now Grinnell looking like they have more energy than Vinton-Shellsburg. They're slow to react.
And Caitlin Van Coppernall goes in among the treetops and scores the basket.
Coach Heisman is imploring his troops to get back and try to play, but showing some signs of wear and tear and fatigue is Vinton-Shellsburg.
31-30 and a turnover by the Vicats. Taylor Vanderleest. Vanderleest, a 2-on-1. Left-handed layup is good. And that's a nicely done effort there by Taylor Vanderleest. Didn't see a lot of playing time this year, but man, she could be seeing some time this year.
And Tigers take the lead by 1 with 1:38 left to go in the half.
Tigers on it was a 10-point, it was 29-19, and now there's like a 12-2 run by Grinnell. Coach Heisman hasn't called a timeout. Let his kids work it out on the floor. There's a shot missed, a shot up good, and a foul on Grinnell. Count the basket for the Vicats.
That's a shame. Grinnell had great defense. They contested the three-point shot, and the rebound fell in the only spot that Grinnell did not have a player boxed out, right off the rim of the basket to the right side, right into the hands of Vinton-Shellsburg player. She puts it up and got the hoop and the foul.
Tess Erickson, the basket, her first. She just came in the game moments ago, a junior. I'm not sure who the foul was on for Grinnell. So the free throw in and out and stays out, and ball knocked out of bounds, and it will go to the Vikettes. And now Coach Heisman wants a timeout here. Asking for one, and brings up, well, maybe not. I think he just brought a player in, basically. Julia Johnson back in for the Vikettes, so it looked like he wanted to.
It did look like he was trying to signal a 30-second, but right. Maybe he waved it off too. So
yep, just brought the new player in with a minute 22, ball knocked away, and Grinnell with a steal. Nice effort there by Grinnell, and that's 8 turnovers on the Vikettes. Front court quickly. Dribble drive by Vanderleest in the paint. Bailey Strovers twisting, turning, tied up, and the possession arrow will go the way of Grinnell. So the Tigers will keep it with just over a minute to play in the second quarter on the Kurtz Collision scoreboard. Thanks to Greg Heinzelman for his support of the Tiger Sports live stream network. Over on West Street in Grinnell, they do tremendous work on. I brought the car in there a couple times for over the years. Basket to the right, Leah Harris, Kelsey Van Kampenal. Kelsey back out farther to Leah Harris. Harris in the dribble drive, farther out. This is Bailey Strovers, a three. It comes off iron, rebounded by Vinton-Shellsburg. Tess Erickson the rebound. Back now to Abby Davis, and we're under a minute to play second quarter. Dribble drive and a shot for two. In and out, not good, but the offensive rebound, again not good. And the ball loose on the floor. I'm not surprised nothing was called foul or travel, but they let him keep playing. There's a three, and it goes for Vinton-Shellsburg and Julia Johnson. And for Johnson, that's her first made three. She's got 5 in the game.
Tigers have had a couple instances, John, where they played great defense but just didn't get a body on a box out, and that came back to haunt them that time as Vinton-Shellsburg got 3 tries at the basket and converted on the three-point play on the third one.
Taylor Vanderleest goes in for a layup, but she's fouled. And foul as on Ashley Meyer. That's her second foul. So 3 players have 2 fouls apiece for the Vikettes.
And I'm not meaning to be critical, but I just know how Trent Edson, what philosophy he wants to play, and you have to do the complete defensive package, pressure on the ball, and then when the shot does go up, you turn the box out. That's all part of it. And the Tigers are making, like they're getting 2 out of the 3 parts down, and that'll get corrected in that effort. I know Coach Edson and his staff will talk about that and get that fixed at halftime because these girls love to play defense.
Vanderleest from the Medicap Pharmacy free throw line missed both shots, and the Vikettes get the rebound. 20 seconds left, second quarter. Tigers hanging with an experienced Vinton-Shellsburg team, and an errant pass goes out of bounds on the far side. That'll be a turnover on Vinton-Shellsburg. And Grinnell brings a new player in, I believe. Let's see who you got out there. Leah Harris, Kelsey, and Caitlin Van Kampenal. Bailey Strovers and Taylor Vanderleest. All right, pass ahead. Leah Harris with 14, 13. Underneath, Strovers, layup, and no, not there. Rebound, Vinton-Shellsburg. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Tigers trying to deny the last second shot here with 4. With 3, Johnson, the pass stolen away. The 2, he'll try a half-court shot, no. And something else we'll talk about is the red outline on the baskets. That's new in the high school ranks. So we have come to halftime. A good latter part of the second half for Grinnell as they came back from a double-digit deficit, as it's Vinton-Shellsburg 36 and Grinnell 32 on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We are your trusted partner in everything signage.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Polly's Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance, Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, the Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars, ASI Signs. Also a shout out to our business card sponsors down there, all of our main commercials, plus throw in Grinnell Firestone, Turnkey Realty, Mayflower Community Homes. Also a shout out to Kurt's Collision Center for sponsoring our scoreboard. Let's throw it back out to John Martinson and Chris Juni on the bench.
At halftime, it's Vinton-Shellsburg 36 and Grinnell 32 on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Chris Juni, I'm John Martinson. Our quarter is brought to you by Brent Nickel, your State Farm agent on West Street in Grinnell. Like a good neighbor, Brent Nickel and State Farm are there as the Tigers trailed 17-16 at the quarter and trail it by 4 at halftime. But this has been a good basketball game. I mean, you're going to have your share. Listen, in a game that maybe it was more of a scrimmage situation, they're not meant to be pretty. 9 turnovers on the Tigers. I have 10 on Vinton-Shellsburg. I'm sure those numbers, I know those numbers will diminish as the season goes on.
Well, and it's just the type of game we talked about, John, at the top of the broadcast. Both teams like to get after it. Both teams press. Both teams very, very aggressive, and that's the style of play both coaches want. Some of the keys here, I thought it was a pretty even ball game. You said 17-16, but at the start of that second quarter, for whatever reason, Grinnell appeared to have some of their defensive intensity wane, or the energy seemed to fall, and Vinton-Shellsburg took advantage and broke out to, as you said, a 9 to 10 point lead. But then towards the end of the second half, after a couple timeouts and some substitutions, Grinnell got their energy back for the last half, as we talked about. And the last 3 or 4 minutes of that second quarter, Grinnell went on a big run, got it back to them, actually took the lead, and Vinton-Shellsburg looked like a tired team. So one of the keys people need to look at in this second half is how the coaches handle the players in their minutes and their substitution. And if you're wondering, well, why do they sub in and out so much, and how come they're only out for a couple of minutes? Believe me, as a coach and as a former player, that 1 or 2 minute break is all the difference in the world. When you're playing this type of intense pressure defense and up and down that you like to have, that you want to play, you need to give your players a break. And that's going to be a big key to this game is how the coaches manage those minutes going into this second half.
Vinton-Shellsburg went on a 10-0 run early in the second quarter, led by as many as 29-19. Then the Tigers went on a 12-2 run. Actually, it was about a 14-2 run. Got up to a 32-31 lead, but the Vicats scored the last 5 points of the second quarter. Give it a little time here to get some shout-outs to some people in the Grinnell area. Merle Doty will be one of them. I see son Mike here tonight. And certainly our thoughts and prayers to Merle Doty and his recovery. I know he's been in the hospital for quite some time after a serious accident here a few weeks ago. And gosh, you won't miss Merle Doty at a Tiger sporting event for all the tea in China, basically. So, and also a shout out to the family of Larry Gurman, who passed away recently, and his kids Scott and Randy and Rick and Sonia Gurman Moss all attended Grinnell High School. His visitation tomorrow, and I know the family is all in the area for the visitation tomorrow and the service at the Methodist Church on Saturday. Passed away at age 88. Know the family since I came to town back in the mid-'80s. So anyway, back to action. Vinton-Shellsburg the lead and the ball. Front court, top of the circle. Abby Davis to the near side.
Tigers in a zone, John, a 2-3 coming out.
Okay, good to note. Zone defense. Basically, it says invite the other team to shoot from the outside, in essence. Okay, here's a drive in. Oh, nice defensive play by Bailey Strovers, and the shot blocked and taken by Hayden Hall. Front court, Caitlin Van Coppernall. Hayden Hall, triple try, and that's off the back of the iron. Taken back by Vinton-Shellsburg, a near steal. Did that go off the Vinton-Shellsburg player? It did not, but good hustle by Leah Harris.
Again, it's like the Tigers are always there, and one change already. Trent Edson, at least backing off for now, the full court pressure. We talked about managing the minutes. That's one way you can do it.
So 3 players for Vinton-Shellsburg have 2 fouls, and Grinnell with 2 players with a couple of fouls apiece. So front court, top of the circle, back to the near side. 3-pointer up, back of the iron, not there, and loose ball taken back by the Vicats. And that's a tied ball. Or we got a foul from the back. What do you got? Oh, jump ball, okay.
Possession going over the Tigers again. You just cannot bring that ball down by your waist. That's where people are going to reach in and try to take a hold of it. And unfortunately, the Vinton-Shellsburg player did at that time and cost him a jump ball and the turnover to the Tigers.
Some good news on Merle Doty. He came home today. Just got that update. Good news. Good to hear that. Front long three-pointer. Oh my! She hit that halfway to Ewart. That was Caitlin Van Camperdoll with a Poly Ice Pizza three-pointer.
Well, like I said at the top of the broadcast, Trent Edson gives the players a green light to shoot, and she was definitely open, and she launched it and made a stick and gives Vinton-Shellsburg something to think about going forward.
36-35, Vikets, a 1-point lead, and the ball to the free throw line. Here's a dribble drive. Oh, it's stolen away by Caitlin Van Camperdoll. So the Vikets turn it over. That's their 11th of the game. Dribble drive, Hayden Hall. Tigers shooting for a lead on this possession. Caitlin Van Camperdoll underneath Bailey Strovers, up and banked off, not there. Rebounded by the Vikets and Briley Bruce.
Bailey kind of lost her footing going up, ended up falling away from the basket instead of going up towards it. That's why the shot was off.
36-35. The gals in the Bumblebee colors leading so far. To the free throw line is Briley Bruce. And now a three-pointer on the way. Rims in and out, not good. And the rebound by Hayden Hall.
Coach Edson upset. The player from Vinton-Shellsburg had a wide open look at the three Tigers again, slow to rotate over. And another deep three.
And hits again. This time Hayden Hall. That one halfway to Searsboro, for heaven's sakes.
Vinton-Shellsburg players looking over at Coach Hardin saying, you want me to go out and guard her? He's going to take a timeout and tell him what he thinks about that.
After that last Poly Ice Pizza 3, we'll take back in 1 minute on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Poly Ice Pizza and West Finch Auto Plaza.
38-36 Grinnell after the long three-pointer by Hayden Hall. Tigers have hit a couple of close to 20-footers, I'd say, in this third quarter. Front court, Vinton-Shellsburg trying to answer back.
The zone has definitely slowed Vinton-Shellsburg down and kind of confused them. They kind of rushed some shots and had some wide open looks that they have not hit.
Pass to the inside, back to the outside. Shot is up for three. It's good. Oh, 2-point. Had a Tenney on the line. All right. And that would be Kreitner. Abby Davis for two. So she's got a total of 8. We're tied at 38. And ball out of bounds off the Vikets. So we're tied for, the 5th time in this game. Or make that 4th time. Last time since 14 apiece.
We mentioned Grinnell Tigers came out in a zone. Vinton-Shellsburg is playing man-to-man.
Shot up by Hayden Hall in the paint. Rims out, not good. To the side, taken by the Vikets and Briley Bruce. Bruce to Abby Davis, front court. As we come under 5 minutes to play, third quarter. We're tied at 38. Right side, Vikets front court. Top of the circle, Abby Davis. Davis open, puts up the 3 for the lead. It's off the front rim. Rebounded, taken down by Grinnell. And here come the Tigers. Leah Harris. Hall underneath to an open player. Bailey Strovers for 2. That's a nice pass by Hayden Hall.
Kept her head up, looked down court like you're supposed to, and Bailey had her hands ready, made the catch, and went right to the basket.
I got first 2 for Bailey Strovers, 40-38 Grinnell. Vikets on the counterattack. This is Julia Johnson. Right side, and with it is Ashley Meyer. Back to the near side, Julia Johnson. Ashley Meyer, dribble drive to the baseline. Shot up for 2 is not good, but Tiger made contact on the shot. Should be 2 shots coming.
And that's going to be on Hayden Hall, I believe.
That's her 3rd. So 3rd on her, 1st on the team.
Bit of a late whistle on the hit, but it was right in front of that official. I thought she may have broken down and got some piece too, but it wasn't called till the ball hit the rim. But nonetheless, her third foul.
First free throw up, and it rims out. First free throw missed. They were 4 for 4 from the line, were the Vicats. And the Tigers will bring Taylor Vanderleest back in, and let's see, who else?
Olivia Renzi?
Yes, that would be correct. Tigers led in scoring in that first half by 8 from Caitlin Van Compernal and 7 from, or Kelsey Van Compernal, 7 from Kate. And now second free throw was good. And it was number 20, Julia Johnson, on the free throw.
Again, Tigers with the turnover there. John trying to beat the press by dribbling versus passing, and the ball got away, and Vinton-Shellsburg converts it to a layup.
Did you see what number it was there? I had my head down.
I believe it was number 20 with the layup.
All right, and
but a three-pointer for Grinnell right back.
Okay.
Van Compernal, Kelsey Van Compernal with a three-pointer.
Kelsey with a Poly Ice Pizza three-pointer. It gives her a total of 11.
3 on the way by Vinton-Shellsburg, in and out.
43-41 Grinnell.
Rebounds fought for the floor, and Tigers come up with it.
All right, so good hustle that time, and now Caitlin Van Compernal. Kind of a 1-on-2. Oh, an errant pass goes out of bounds. And they should have held that one up a little bit there, but again, that's one of those early in the season moments, if you will. So Leah Harris comes out, and the Tigers have on the floor, let's see, the Van Compernals, Kelsey and Caitlin.
Bailey Strovers is in there.
Bailey Strovers.
Also Vanderleest.
Yep, and Olivia Renzi to round out the 5. So a 2-point lead for the Tigers. A 2 would tie it, a 3 would give the Vicats the lead. Near side, Julia Johnson. Pass up top, dribble drive. Oh, a little one and a little dipsy-do scoop shot, and draws a foul for 2 shots coming.
Kind of a forced shot there by the senior guard for the Vicats, Abby Davis, but she's very quick and sure handle. She took it right to the hole, and usually good things happen. As you attack the basket, got rewarded. Now we'll have a chance to put 2 free throws on the board.
Bailey Strovers with her 3rd personal. Second team foul, free throw not good.
We also talked about, John, how the coaches are going to handle the players' minutes. We see a lot of substitutions. We only played about 4.5 minutes of basketball here in this third quarter. Already both coaches gone to the bench quite a lot. And it wouldn't surprise me if Grinnell, they came out in a 2-3 zone. If in the fourth quarter, Edson puts them back in the full court press, we'll see if that develops.
Abby Davis missed both free throws. Tigers quickly front court after the rebound. And that's a 3 by Caitlin Van Compernal off the back of the rim, back of the backboard, goes out of bounds. Now again, you saw the red lights come on the backboard. That's a new feature this year.
That's part of the shot clock, John. It helps the officials determine if the ball was out of the shooter's hand. It doesn't have to be in the basket. It just has to be out of the shooter's hand when the clock reaches 0. If it is and it goes in, it counts.
We don't have replay yet, but God, Lord knows that day probably is coming in the high school ranks. You never know. Front court, let's just keep it right there. Front court, Julia Johnson for Vinton-Shellsburg. Dribble drive, and ball knocked away by Grinnell on the bounce pass to the interior. And Vinton-Shellsburg will retain possession. 2:36 to play on the Kurtz Collision scoreboard. Again, this third quarter brought to you by Brett Nickel State Farm Insurance Agency in Grinnell. Shot up in the paint, not good by the Vicats, rebounded by Grinnell. Taylor Vanderleest ahead to Caitlin Van Compernal with a nice spin move. Oh, she couldn't get the shot to fall, but the Vicats last touch it will stay with Grinnell. Whoa, that was a pretty move in the paint there.
Tigers really must have talked about boxing out at halftime, because in this third quarter, Vinton-Shellsburg only has 1 second shot opportunity. They've done a nice job of getting the defensive rebound.
Here's a dribble drive, layup, go, score it! Oh, he's saying foul on the floor. That, okay, all right. 44, that's Bradley Bruce committing her second foul. That's the first team foul on the Vicats.
That's one of those 50-50, John.
Yeah.
It could have gone either way. He called it on the drive, so it's probably, if that's what he's calling, it's a good call.
He was emphatic about it, too. He called it right away. So Hayden Hall back in for Grinnell. Vinton-Shellsburg subbed in a new player as well.
Again, just for the folks watching at home, just how many substitutions you're wondering at this level of play and how these players have to play, you have to do that.
Taylor Vanderleest looked like she was bumped going in. She didn't get the shot to go, and the Vicats get the rebound. Front court to the near side, and you've got Bradley Bruce to Griffith, Alyssa Griffith, and now a long, and that's good. Oh, and she's going to get a free throw. She got fouled that time. Julia Johnson made the 3 and a chance at a rare 4-point play.
Tiger player closed out and didn't close out at a proper angle, and after the shot did bump into her, and so the basket's going to be counted. We're going to get a chance for a 4-point play for the Vicats.
I believe that was Caitlin Van Compernal committing the foul, which will be her first and the Tigers' third as a team. So Julia Johnson, yeah, she's 3 of 4 at the line, 11 points off the bench for the junior.
Okay, now they're changing the foul, John.
Oh,
they changed it over to number 10 for Grinnell.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's Taylor Vanderleest then. That would be her first foul. And taking the one away from Van Compernal. And this free throw rims out. And the offensive rebound, Griffith takes it away from the Tiger player, but Taylor Vanderleest able to gather it on the misfire. And Caitlin Van Compernal front court. With it now to Olivia Renzi. Another jostling for position. There's a long three by Caitlin. Back of the rim, not there. Loose ball and taken back by Vinton-Shellsburg and Sophia Kreitner. Front court, back to the near side to Alyssa Griffith. Griffith on the dribble drive. Pass to the right side, 3 on the way. Good. That's Julia Johnson once again.
Part of playing defense, John, is having to identify shooters. That's about the third or fourth three for Johnson for the Vikings.
Yeah.
The Tigers have a layup here.
I have her for a third. Shot up not good. 47-43 now. Vinton-Shellsburg as we're at the 118 mark of the third quarter.
How many threes did you say Johnson
I have
has?
3 for her.
Yeah, I would say you have to identify that. And you know, when you're playing a zone, even though you're in a zone, you're calling it covering an area. You have to always know where the shooters are.
Yeah.
Number 20 is certainly proven she can shoot the ball. So I'm sure Coach Etchen will talk about that in a break or at the quarter break to identify where she is at all times.
Pass into Bailey Strovers. 47-43 Vinton-Shellsburg. Ball knocked away. Taken back. Strover. Now last touch by Vinton-Shellsburg. So, yeah, it does stay with Grinnell. Yeah. Steve Russell, our official from Ankeny, got that one. These gentlemen have done okay. They've been fine. Not taking umbrage with much of anything they've called, honestly. Here's a pass to the low post. Here's a shot up, blocked, and rebounded by Alyssa Griffith. And here come the Vikettes. Quickly front court is Julia Johnson. Johnson, who's played well off the bench for Coach Heisman. Pass underneath, shot blocked, and taken back by Grinnell. And on the rebound, Olivia Renzi. And front court, her pass into the hands of Coach Edson, but will stay with Grinnell. Ooh. I think Coach Edson's slamming that ball down. I think I'd be careful with that. Players can't slam a ball down. I don't think the coach can either.
Really, you can. So good restraint by the official not to call that one up. But Vinton-Shellsburg fans and coaches confused by that call. They thought it hit off the Grinnell player, then into Coach Edson, which would make it out of bounds off Grinnell. But the official didn't see it that way. Tigers catch the break and see if they can take advantage.
Now a pass into to Hayden Hall. Left-handed layup. Can't get it to go. Blocked out of bounds. It will go back to the Vikettes. And Vinton-Shellsburg will sub back in. Well, Julia Johnson once again, who's been a thorn on the Tigers' side this quarter.
Getting a shooter back on the court for this last 46 seconds.
She's got half of her points in this quarter alone. Vikettes with a 4-point lead. And single-digit margin this entire second half. Front court on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Hope you're enjoying the coverage as much as we enjoy bringing it home to you. Wherever you're at on God's green earth. There's a 3, and hey, Johnson missed one. She's human. Rebound taken back by Bailey Strovers. Strovers in a double team. She might have to try to call a timeout and the pass stolen away. And now a foul called on Grinnell. That's on Leah Harris. She bumped into the Vinton-Shellsburg player. That's her second foul.
Leah better be careful. She made a gesture towards the official like she just fell down over 3, and he gave her a long, hard look and shook his head like, no, I don't need that. So she'll have to be careful. I know she's a competitor, but the officials will not take anything from coaches, and they will definitely not take anything from players.
11 turnovers on Grinnell. Here's a dribble drive, left-hander not there. Ball loose and taken back, and now bounce pass taken back by Vinton-Shellsburg. The shot up and a foul, and I think this is on Bailey Strovers. That's what the referee tells us. Yeah, it is on Bailey, and that's her 4th foul. She have to check out of there with 10 seconds left, third quarter.
Well, they flashed 3 up on the board there, John, for Bailey.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure what's right, but still a third foul at this point is a tough break for the Tigers. 10 seconds left. Grinnell just trying to get through this quarter, and as I said, I would not be surprised if at the fourth quarter starts, Trent Edson turns them loose and puts on the full court pressure and also, the attacking man-to-man defense.
So 5 team fouls on the Tigers. First free throw for Griffith, not good. Her second free throw is up, and this one is good. That's 5 for her. 48-43 with 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Tigers into the front court. Shot Leah Harris with 4, 3. Near side, Hayden Hall, triple try, good if it goes, and it's off the back of the iron. And we come to the end of the third quarter. Vinton-Shellsburg 48, Grinnell 43. Back in a minute on the Tigers Sports Livestream Network.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 5th Avenue, Grinnell.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual and Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate. Also, our quarter is brought to you by Brent Nickel State Farm.
48-43. My numbers add up. That's always a good thing. Julia Johnson with 14 off the bench for the Vicats, leads all scorers. Tigers with 11 from Kelsey Van Compenal, 10 from Kate Van Compenal. As we start the fourth quarter with Chris Juni, this is John Martinson. Your fourth quarter brought to you by Brent Nickel State Farm Insurance on West Street, at the corner of West Street and 6th Avenue in Grinnell. Like a good neighbor, Brent Nickel State Farm Insurance is there. Shot off, misfire that time by Sophia Kreitner. Rebounded by Kelsey Van Compenal. Lost out of bounds as the Vinton-Shellsburg coach tried to call a quick timeout to retain possession. Didn't get it.
Well, you have to have possession of the ball to call timeout, and that's why they didn't grant it for him.
Yes.
The ball is loose, and nobody can call timeout when the ball's loose.
Play in for Grinnell against Vinton-Shellsburg. Pressure. Pass ahead, front court. Here's Kelsey Van Compenal. Kelsey, here's a dribble drive, one-on-one layup off the front rim. Not there. Ball knocked out of bounds by the Vicats. 48-43.
Grinnell came out in his zone defense still, John, in that opening possession. Again, see if there's going to be a transitional switch here at some point where they go back to their pressing full court man-to-man.
So a pass into the top of the circle. This is Bailey Strovers. Now Kelsey Van Compenal. Vinton-Shellsburg looks like they're playing man up. Back to that defensively. Near side, Bailey Strovers. Strovers back out to Kelsey Van Compenal. And on errant pass intended that time for Isabel Kinkle. And turnover on Grinnell. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12 turnovers on the Tigers, unofficially. Front court, Vinton-Shellsburg leading 48-43. As we've not quite played a minute of the fourth quarter on the Kurtz Collision scoreboard. Near side, dribble drive, Griffith hits a player, cutting to the basket, and the shot by Kreitner not there. Rebounded by Riley Bruce.
Blocked by the Tigers. Bailey Strover's got a piece of that shot.
Pass to the far side. Here's a dribble drive, Kreitner for an open two. Hits it. That's Sophia Kreitner with a total of, she's at 3 threes. That's her first 2-pointers. She's got 11. And it's 50-43. And a 3-pointer off the back of the iron. Hayden Hall rebounded by Vinton-Shellsburg. And the pass Corral brought in the front court by Abby Davis.
Tigers got to be careful here. Ball game and chance kind of feeling like it may be slipping out of the Tigers' grasp as momentum is on Vinton-Shellsburg's side.
Abby Davis, Sophia Kreitner. Pass to the low post. There's a drive. There's Griffith, and she's fouled going to the basket. So a good foul there to avoid the easy basket. And Bailey Strovers picks up the personal. Now that is 4 on her.
That is 4, yes.
And 6 on the Tigers as a team. Vicats only have 2 this entire second half. And at the line, Alyssa Griffith. She has a total of 5. She's 1 of 2 from the line so far. First free throw up is not there. And you've got Caitlin Van Compenal back in and Julia Johnson back in. Say a hi to Marcella Qualley, who's listening in or watching the game in Vinton on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Her daughter might see some playing time. Addie, her son Eric, is the boys' head track coach at Vinton-Shellsburg. Has done a nice job there. Former HLV standout back in the day. And a foul called inside. That's on Grinnell. And the fouls keep mounting up here. That's a concern. That's on Kelsey Van Campanel, her first, and that's already a 1-1 now here for the Vikettes.
1-1 the rest of the way with 6 minutes left to go in the ball game.
So Griffiths, first one is up. That one is good, and she'll get the bonus. 51-43.
Tigers looking to find a spark, John, get some energy back because they're just kind of flat right now. Energy's not there, and Vinton-Shellsburg taking advantage now increases their lead to 9 points.
She's got 7, making both free throws, 52-43. Hayden Hall, back now to Kelsey Van Campanel, Leah Harris, Caitlin Van Campanel. Back up top, Hayden Hall, triple try, back of the iron, not there. I don't think Grinnell's made a 3. Well, they made a couple of threes early in the third quarter, but have not made one in a while. 52-43, the Vikettes by 9 and can do some damage on this possession. Now, a long 3 here for Addie Davis. That one rims out. And the rebound taken back by the Vikettes. Layup up, it's not good. And the Tigers fight for the loose ball. Foul, oh my goodness sakes. Bodies over the floor, we keep playing. Pass underneath, and this is foul as Riley Bruce goes up for a shot. Well, the Vikettes had chance after chance that time, and the Tigers whistled for a personal.
That's Hayden Hall. That's her 4th, I believe.
Yeah, you're right. It's a 2-shot foul. That was in the act of shooting on Bradley Bruce. Their inside play is now starting to take over just a tad here on the part of the Vinton-Shellsburg side of the ledger. 5:29 left to play. First free throw for Bradley Bruce off the back of the iron, and second shot coming. Back in the lineup is Sophia Kreitner.
John, with 5.5 minutes left, one of the coaching things you look at, where Tigers are down 9 points, you want to cut the lead in half by when the time is cut in half. So basically you're 5.5 minutes. So if Grinnell can get this down to 4 or 5 points with about 3 minutes left, they have a shot. Just statistics pan that out, and that's where the numbers pan out. So that's a goal the Tigers have to get. Now they're down 10 with 5.5 left. Tigers got to find a spark and pick things up at both ends of the court.
So 53-43, Bruce was 1 of 2 at the line, and that equals the biggest lead of this game, a 10-point margin. Now Caitlin Van Campanel keeps the dribble going on the far side. Hayden Hall tried to save it, could not. And the Tigers turn it over again, and now Coach Trent Edson once again gets timeout. Back in 1 minute, 53-43, Vinton-Shellsburg on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by the Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Also a shout out to our business card sponsors down there in the bottom right hand corner. All of our commercial sponsors, plus special thank you to Grinnell Firestone, Turnkey Realty, Mayflower Community Homes, and also shout out to Kurt's Collision Center for our scoreboard sponsor.
Back here at Grinnell Gymnasium, 53-43, Vinton-Shellsburg opening up a 10-point lead with the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network on YouTube. And if you like what you're hearing and watching, give it a thumbs up, and you also hit that subscribe button, and you'll get notified of all Tiger Sports live stream events throughout this season.
We can always use a thumbs up. You know, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
The more the merrier, folks. That's, yeah.
So now the Tigers going to pick up full court. I think that's what Coach Essen's waiting for. They have this next couple minutes going to determine this game, John. As Tigers going to ratchet up their press and try to get some turnovers.
Front court with it, Vinton-Shellsburg. It was Abby Davis.
That could have been a double dribble there on the Vikettes.
Yeah. Davis between the rings.
As Tigers now in man-to-man.
53-43. Alyssa Griffiths farther out. Up top, we're back in the ball game, Kaylee Burke. Burke, a big gal in there. She's a senior. Near side, Julia Johnson. Pass inside to Burke. Burke frees herself, goes up for the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound, save by Caitlin Van Campanel. Tigers need to dig into the 10-point Vikette lead here. Caitlin Van Campanel to Hayden Hall. Up top to Kelsey. Kelsey Van Campanel. Dribble drive, Leah Harris. Harris, this is Bailey Strovers for a 3. Hits a 3! Bailey Strovers with a Poly Ice Pizza 3-point goal. She's got 5 in the second half.
And Coach Jensen wanted people up, and one person went to press, and the other 4 ran back. And he's like, we talked about this. We got to ratchet up the defense. It's now or never time for the Tigers with coming up on 4 minutes left.
Yeah, just about the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Kaylee Burke. Pass to an open player. Kreitner goes in to score. Nice pass from Burke and Kreitner for the basket.
Nice recognition by the Vinton-Shellsburg offense. Tigers overplayed. She cut back door and had an easy layup.
13 for Kreitner, and it's 55-46. And around a pick, dribbling back out is Caitlin Van Coppernall. Caitlin, 55-46 Vicats. Here's a running one-hander, and came halfway down and spun out. Tough luck that time. And the rebound taken back by Abby Davis. And now we've got a whistle on a timeout call by Vinton-Shellsburg. 3:36 to play, 55-46 Vicats in the fourth quarter on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Back in 1 minute.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza.
30 seconds was the break. There's a 30-second timeout called by Coach Heisman of Vinton-Shellsburg, and again his 4th year as head coach of the Vicats. This is the team that I think was going to do some damage certainly in the WAMAC West Division certainly. And with this kind of experience, there's no question. Pass ahead to an open player, Kreitner. Kick it back out near side. Griffiths for 3, rims in and out. Battle for the loose ball taken back by Grinnell. And a floater taken back by Vinton-Shellsburg. Another turnover on Grinnell. Shot is up, not there. Rebounded by Bailey Strovers. Ooh. And now we've got a whistle, and what do we have, a foul?
Yeah, Vinton-Shellsburg wanted a push off. Bailey did get that forearm up and extended it. You have to be careful. Coach Heisman wanted the push off. Official from Ankeny.
Yep. That's on number 20, I think he said, Julia Johnson.
Yep.
And that'll be on her. That's her second foul, only the team's 3rd. So that's really been in their favor. They've been pretty clean this second half. I mean, 3 fouls, that's fairly legit. Pass ahead. Kelsey Van Coppernall knocked out of bounds by the Vicats. And that ball will stay with Grinnell. Play in for Hayden Hall. Shot up for 3, good. Scored that, that's a Polley's Pizza 3, that's Kelsey Van Coppernall. So 14 for her on 4 threes. 55-49. To the near side, there's a dribble drive on the left-hand side. And we've got a whistle on a foul called by the underneath referee.
Vinton-Shellsburg player was trying to cut through to the baseline, and they called
an off-the-ball foul, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Leah Harris kind of slid back into the path to try to bump her off, and unfortunately you can't do that. So free throws coming now for Vinton-Shellsburg.
Harris is 3rd, 19 fouls, still a 1-and-1. This is Alyssa Griffith. Needs to make the first. She does. She'll get the bonus. She's got a total of 8. And now Julia Johnson back in.
This young lady at the line for Vinton-Shellsburg, she shot a lot of free throws, especially the second half, John. I want to say this is probably her 10th or 11th attempt, I would say.
Yeah, right, somewhere in that neighborhood, yes. Griffiths with a second free throw. It rims around and in. She's got a total of 9, most of them from the charity stripe. 56 now, 57, 49. Stolen away by Vinton-Shellsburg. Here's a layup and no. Rebound taken back by Leah Harris. Pass ahead to an open Hayden Hall. Twisting, turning, shooting, and the shot not there. Boy, shots just having a hard time falling for Grinnell here with 2:20 left to play in the ball game. Front court.
Tigers trying to ratchet up the pressure a little bit and trying to do some trapping, but Vinton-Shellsburg is able to beat it.
Griffiths going in, and she scores a conventional 2-pointer. She's got a total of 11. 59-49 as we near the 2-minute mark of this ball game. At half court, Leah Harris. Now to Caitlin Van Coppernall. Under 2 minutes to play. Ball knocked out by the Vicats. So Tigers with 2 excellent tune-up games to start their season. Urbandale in a two-quarter jamboree Monday, and this Vinton-Shellsburg team as they start the regular season Tuesday at Des Moines Christian. Minute 50 remaining. Tigers down 10. Pass to the top of the circle. Caitlin Vincompernal. Caitlin open. Triple try. Rims out. Bailey Strovers. Ball tied up. Taken back by the Vikettes. And ball in the hands of Ashley Meyer. Meyer in the front court to Abby Davis. Davis, Griffiths, near side. Julia Johnson, a three is good. Johnson with a total of 17. She leads all scorers. Off the bench, she's got a total of 4 3-pointers. 62-49 Vikettes. Pass ahead, Hayden Hall to the baseline. She draws a foul on Briley Bruce. Bruce committing her third foul. Team foul only number the fourth, so a common foul. And we're going to have substitution time here for Grinnell. Taylor Vanderleest and Olivia Renzi back in for Grinnell. So a little more size in there at this juncture. With a minute 16 to play on the Kurtz Collision scoreboard. Say hi to good friend Greg Heinzelman. Here's a dribble drive. Take it back out. Taylor Vanderleest twisting, turning. Nice drive to the basket, in to score. Taylor Vanderleest. She's got a total of 7, 62-51 with 1 minute to play in the ball game.
Nice aggressive move by Taylor that time. Took her defender off the dribble, made a nice spin move, went up in control, made the basket.
Shot is up, partially blocked, not there. Vikettes the rebound. Back to the far side, dribble drive. Batty's offensive foul. Okay, I guess. All right, Ashley Meyer. That's a foul on her, which is her third foul.
I'm sure if Coach Heisman wasn't up by 11, he might have a little bit more to say about that call.
I would think so.
He kind of winced and shook his head like, but okay. Yeah. He's like, I've got an 11-point lead. We'll just ride this one out.
Play on. 45 seconds left. And front court, Grinnell. Again, these gentlemen have done a fine job tonight, honest to goodness. Here's a dribble drive, left-hand side. Here's a little what? Oh, no, couldn't get it to go. Olivia Renzi that time in the about 3 players you could have picked the foul on.
I tell you what, Renzi drove down the lane with her left hand, and as she went up, she split the 2 defenders, and also when she went to split the defenders, switched the ball from her left to her right hand and flipped up the scoop shot. Almost got it to go, but did draw the foul and gets the first free throw.
And she is a 3 for 5 at the line in this ball game. All 3 points coming from the charity stripe for Olivia Renzi. Margin is 10, and the margin is now 9. She makes them both. 62-53, and now Tigers with a steal. Front court, this is Caitlin Vincompernal. And now a 3-pointer by Bailey Strovers. Draws iron, goes out of bounds, and we'll go back to the Vikettes with 22 seconds left. And Julia Johnson back in. She's a good shooter, good off-the-bench player, leading that contingent of 6 juniors on this Vikette team.
I would say out of her 5 3-point attempts, John, she's maybe only missed 2 or 3 of them. So she's going to have a really good percentage, and definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with in the WAMAC this year for the Vikettes.
Yep, she's made 4 threes. 20 seconds left. Ball quickly in the front court. This is Abby Davis. Davis hitting a cutter on the right side. Oh, got away with some steps, but we continue to play. Oh, instead of block. Okay, 9 seconds. Tigers get it back. Front court, Caitlin Vincompernal. Caitlin on the near side. Now far side, Leah Harris with 1 second. Shot is up, and that's the ball game. Vinton-Shellsburg 62 and Grinnell 53, as we will hope to have comments from Coach Trent Edson after the game on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Back after we hear from these fine boosters of Grinnell Tiger Athletics.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third-generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Polly's Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance, and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate. The Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Also a shout out to our scoreboard sponsor, Kurt's Collision Center, and our business card sponsors that were not commercials, Grinnell Firestone, Turnkey Realty, Mayflower Community Homes. Shout out to Polly's Pizza for their 3-point shot sponsorship, and Medicap Pharmacy for their for the free throw line. Let's send it back over to John Martinson and Chris Juni for our Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate.
Back here at Grinnell High School, he's Chris, I'm John, and back on postgame on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Vinton-Shellsburg led for a majority of this ball game, led 17-16 at the quarter, led 36-32 at halftime. Biggest lead for Vinton-Shellsburg was 29-19 in the first half. Grinnell had a lead of 14-10. That was their biggest lead in the first half. It was tied at 38 early in the third quarter, and then the Vicats got out to a 48-43 lead after 3. Vinton-Shellsburg had the lead all the fourth quarter. Biggest lead was about 13. To double check that. Looks like about a 14-point margin. It was 62-48 at one time. Tigers got it down to 62-53 in the end. Vicats led by a game-high 17 off the bench. 4 threes for Julia Johnson. I have 13 for Sophia Kreitner on 3 threes. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 threes altogether. That's not bad shooting for a early in the season scrimmage. And then 8 points for Abby Davis as well. Some of the point getters there for Vinton-Shellsburg. Grinnell, I have 14 leading the way for Kelsey Van Kampendahl. She had 4 threes, at least 1 in the fourth quarter. And then 10 for Caitlin Van Kampendahl. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 threes, 9 threes for Grinnell. That's pretty good shooting for early in the year like that. Although Tigers maybe missed a few more threes than they did. I think they took a few more 3-point attempts, if not seeing any stats from that standpoint. 10 for Caitlin. Leah Harris had a couple baskets and 4 as we hopscotch for more points here. Bailey Strovers at 5. Hayden Hall a couple threes at 8. 7 for Taylor Vanderleest. And a free throw for Aiden Gosselink, and a total of 4, all coming from the free throw line for Olivia Renzi. So,
well, John, a few things you take away from this ballgame if you're a Tiger fan. One, the first half was just what we said for at the top. Pardon me. Tigers got after it and Vinton-Shellsburg got after it. Both teams went at each other, and Tigers got a little tired there in the second quarter. Vinton-Shellsburg pulled it out, stretched out their lead early in the second quarter to about 10. Tigers came back, got their energy back up, got some steals, and they cut it down. Actually took a lead at one point there late in the second quarter before Vinton-Shellsburg rattled off about 5 points to take that 36-32 lead. Second half, Coach Edson called off the press, settled back in his zone. Again, just probably trying to see what his team can do, how his team's going to react and play. Certainly, Tigers proved that they can stay with teams that are aggressive, because Vinton-Shellsburg, that's a very good ball club. Very balanced. They have inside-outside shooting. They're very aggressive, good pressure. They run good sets execution-wise. They ran their sets very well, out-of-bounds plays, everything you look for and hope for in a game. From a coaching standpoint, the Vikings delivered. Now, they did get rattled a couple times by the Tigers' quick hands, but that's to be expected. Again, we talked about how you can't really simulate that in practice. You can tell your players about it and say, boy, Grinnell's quick, be careful. But until they get out there and experience it, they just have no idea. But Vinton-Shellsburg got the second half going, and Tigers went to that zone, and Vinton-Shellsburg took advantage of some holes in the zone and rotations and built the lead up. And good play here for the Tigers as we're about to be joined here by Coach Trent Edson.
To tell you what Vinton-Shellsburg's lineup is on Saturday the 26th. That'll be, let's see, a week from Saturday. They'll be playing at Kirkwood Community College against Northwind. I'm guessing kind of a rivalry type action. And then Solon will be their first WAMAC Conference game December 6th, December 9th. And that'll be at Vinton-Shellsburg High School. Then at Mount Vernon on the 9th. Those are the upcoming games as we're joined on the post game by Grinnell girls basketball coach Trent Edson. Coach, you can't say you haven't played anybody to get tuned up for the year, for heaven's sakes. Urbandale on Monday, Vinton-Shellsburg tonight. Good tune-ups, to say the least.
Yeah, they are, and that's exactly what they are. It's all about the process right now and getting better at each moment. And we talked to the girls. I mean, it's a long season, and we got to get better each night out there with the different things that are thrown at it, so that way we're playing our best basketball. Towards the end. So, work in progress for sure.
Well, the inside game is that. I mean, obviously that was exploited a little bit by Vinton-Shellsburg here in this, especially in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to fight that all year. Yeah. There's no way around that. So we're going to have to figure out some different things, the way to be creative. And I just told the girls, we're going to have to get scrappy. We're going to have to get feisty. I mean, we have to be the ones getting the loose balls and knocking it around, and taking out, all those opportunities.
This is an experienced Vinton-Shellsburg team. You forced 15 turnovers tonight is what I had. I thought, that's a testament to your team's quickness tonight.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job in, giving ourselves, a couple extra possessions, because this is a very seasoned team, on Vinton. They're going to have obviously a nice year. They've got a really strong team. So did a lot of nice things, and it's tough. We run around all crazy, but at the same time, you're tired out there as well. Then too. I mean, our girls, obviously looked absolutely exhausted out there. So, it's tough.
Any pleasant surprises so far? Anybody who maybe haven't seen a whole lot, and maybe kids who didn't see the floor too much? Any pleasant surprises that have popped up on the Tigers side so far?
I think they're all, just progressively, coming along. I thought Taylor Vanderleest did a lot of nice things tonight for sure. She had some great moves coming back to her left hand, and so coming off the bench, I thought she was she was a huge piece, that would give our starters some rest and go in there and contribute. And and when we got her in there early in that game, that's right when we went on our run, I think, early to even up the game. So
she had 7 off the bench. That's good effort from her. So.
Absolutely, no, that's outstanding.
All right, so we have the Tuesday's the opener. What leads up? What kind of practices will you have between now and Tuesday?
Well, we're probably going to do some rebounding drills.
Okay.
And then after that, we're going to do some more rebounding drills. And then tomorrow morning or Saturday morning, we're going to get up and do some rebounding drills.
Okay.
And so, no, we've got to clean that up because that's going to be the battle all year. Clean that up. And then we got to figure out, defensively kind of what we need to do and how we're going to be able to get stops, especially when we start getting, as we progress towards the Little Hawkeye Conference, because that's a whole new animal.
Very good. Coach, thanks for joining us. You play Des Moines Christian. I know it's a team you beat last year here on this floor. They bring a lot of kids back. Do you know?
I haven't even looked. That's a good question. That's on my weekend schedule.
Okay, very good. Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck on Tuesday, and we'll see you back here on Monday.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Coach Trent Edson joining us on the post game on Tiger Girls Basketball on the Tiger Sports live stream
Network. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage of Grinnell Tiger girls basketball as much as we enjoy bringing it home to you on the website. You can download to your heart's content. Go to the Tiger Sports live stream network. TigersLSN.com is where you can find it. And anyway, we will be back here on Monday for the first girl-boy doubleheader of 2022-23. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage as much as we enjoy bringing it home to you. It's been real, it's been fun, and as always, it's been real fun. Okay.
Your signature line, John. Glad to be back in the broadcast booth with you. And
yes, sir.
Hope everybody enjoyed it for an exciting season of Tiger girls and boys basketball.
Thanks to Lori Walker on the camera, Dan Walker, our Director of Operations, and thanks to our sponsors bringing it home to you, and thanks to you for viewing this coverage. This has been a presentation of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network, Grinnell, Iowa, LLC. Good night, everybody, and we'll have a great evening, and thanks for listening.
This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.